Thank you for watching our video. This show is sponsored by DreamStream. DreamStream is a unique platform where creators can monetize their video content. All creators rely on support from people like you. Join us on the DreamStream platform to support your favorite creator and view the episode without any adverts. Follow the link in the description for a how-to guide. DreamStream, a place where you can create yourself.
Hello and welcome to the Good Vibes Only show, where, like the name, I bring you nothing but good vibes. I'm Kgoroeadira. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm super excited as per usual. Today I am joined by Kgoroeadira, who's a rising actress. She's a YouTuber. She's best known for her role on Isono, played as Lindiwe. And she's also appeared on numerous television series and movies like Cabin Fever and also How to Ruin Christmas. How you doing, darling?
I'm good. Thank you. What a beautiful intro.
Thank you. You deserve it. I mean, you're working so hard and it's beautiful to watch.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Lesego? Where are you from? Tell us about yourself growing up. Fill us in on all that jazz.
Okay, where do I start? You know those awkward moments where somebody's like, please
Tell
tell
us
me
about
more
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Kgoroeadira, as I was introduced. I am a gorgeous wife.
Yes.
I'm a daughter, firstborn syndrome, of course, deputy parent, raised in Soweto, studied at the Market Theatre Lab, studied drama at the Market Theatre Lab, have always been an actor and will always be an actor. And yeah, recent YouTuber. I think I've got 3 years in the YouTube streets now. And yeah, that's basically me. And I'm now getting into the influencing space, which is so exciting for me. So I'm so excited about that. So
Nice.
that's
So let's start on your acting journey.
Yeah.
Where did that start? Where did your passion for that craft start?
It started in high school. I went to Pace Commercial Secondary School. It's in Soweto.
Okay.
And I just knew that I wanted to do drama, you know. So this one time, I joined the choir first because there was no drama as an extra curriculum situation, you know. On Wednesdays, school would end after lunch, and then everybody goes to like soccer or whatever extracurricular activity they do. So I used to go to choir because there was no drama. And then a new teacher joined the school, and he was really excited about opening the drama space, Mr. Mbata. And I was so enthusiastic about it, and I pushed him so hard. I was like, do it, dude, like we need it. And they had auditions. It was lunchtime, and I was there to audition. Apparently there was a guy called Malume. He was from outside the school. He came into the school just to motivate the school with drama as well, I think. So he was like, you guys are gonna audition. So it was a lot of us, because you can think with acting, a lot of kids believe that, you know what, they are actors at heart, you know. So there was a lot of us. I even ended up auditioning after school, and now everybody was in that class. Like everyone wanted to see these kids that are auditioning to act. So I auditioned, and then I got like a round of applause from like half of the school, and they were like, you are going somewhere. And from there, that guy hooked us up with an agent. I had an agent from the age of 16, if not 17.
Sure.
And I did my first ad at like 18 years old. It was a Vodacom ad through school as well. So I give a lot of props to Mr. Mbata, because he's the one who made me more enthusiastic by bringing a lot of different people. We had Saints and Sinners or something like that production that came to school, and they actually put up the whole theater in our school, and we watched the theater piece there. And I went to go watch Lion King, which for me was so amazing. And that's what got me hooked. And then I didn't see myself as anything else. Not that I had something else that I wanted to be, but it just confirmed that I needed to be an actor after I got engaged with theater outside of drama school.
Now let's go into character development. This is hard. Character development is hard. Making a role into your own and into its most believable being is one of the most hardest things that actors have to do.
Yeah.
And I want you to now take us through that process. What do you do behind the scenes to, prepare yourself for a role and also auditions?
I think mostly is what we were taught in school. It's just like script analysis. You analyze your brief, you go through it, and then from there you do research, right?
Yeah.
You go into the world now of where your character lives. If your character comes from Soweto and you're not familiar with Soweto, you can watch YouTube videos about Soweto or documentaries about Soweto. If it example, Lindiwe was a draggie, right?
Yes.
So I found myself watching a lot of YouTube videos about girls who are drug addicts, girls who ran away from home to just, be dependent on drugs and stuff like that. So that helped me into what her world is like, and using the method if I was in Lindiwe's shoes,
Yeah.
not Lesego. What would Lesego say to Lindiwe as a
Yes.
friend, or no?
Yes.
What if Lesego was Lindiwe, not Lindiwe's friend? Because I've got principles. I'm that girl who'd be like, I'd be so judgmental to Lindiwe, but
You'd be like, what
you
you doing,
doing,
girl?
girl? And I don't need to be judgmental,
Yeah.
because I'm going to play this person. I need to be true to what the character is, right? So yeah. A lot of research
Yeah.
into the world that your character comes from.
Have you ever had any struggles where you had a role but you just couldn't connect? No matter how much research you've done, no matter how much you've, looked at your YouTube videos and all of that, the struggle hasn't been there?
The struggle has. Oh my gosh, I was part of a company at the Market Theatre in 2018, and we were doing a play called The Little Prince. The Little Prince is a French book based on a French story.
Okay.
So what was hard for me was because so we had split one character into 5 people, and we were all playing the Little Prince.
Okay.
And I had some scenes that I was struggling with because I couldn't connect with the world as a young Black woman to a French
Yes.
boy.
Yeah.
You understand? So no matter how much research I did, no matter how many songs, French songs, no matter how many times I read them, I struggled and it was the whole year of doing that show. So from touring everywhere, I just struggled the whole time connecting with one scene, to the point where I struggled the whole time. But the show was still good,
Okay.
Sometimes as an actor, even if you're not connecting, you can still deliver. It's not like you don't deliver. You don't deliver the way you would like to.
Yes.
But you are still delivering, right? So I struggled a lot with that, to the point where the next year the show was called back again, and we had a short run at the Market Theatre, and that's when I connected with the scene and with the character. So it took like almost a year for me
to get in tune with it.
Yes, and understand. So it does happen.
But what are some of the lessons you now learn from moments like that? There should be lessons behind, not being able to connect to things, but you're still saying it is a good production.
Yeah.
And not being able to connect to something doesn't mean you don't deliver.
Yeah. Yeah. Patience. Patience for yourself entirely. We are worst critiques. So it's kind of hard for us to be patient with ourselves. So I learned to be patient with myself, because I learned also I'm that person that if I struggle a lot, I shut down. So nothing can get through me because of that one thing that I cannot get right. But I also learned that to push when you're scared, push when you don't know, because movement is movement. You are moving, right? As I said, the show is happening. Whether I'm struggling with that one scene or whatever, the show is still happening. And that is, I realized it was mostly an inner struggle than an outer struggle, because every day I show up, and showing up means something rather than not showing up.
Of course.
So, yeah.
I want to know, as you're saying this, I just want to know how you struggle or how you deal with grief. I know it sounds like a random question, but I'm asking this because you're in an industry where, realistically speaking, you often get told no. You get doors shut in your face, left, right, and center, you know?
Yeah.
And there's probably a particular role that you've wanted and you just didn't get the part because maybe you weren't fit for that role or some reason of that sort. But it is a loss
Yeah.
because it is something that you've really wanted.
Yeah.
How do you then pick yourself up and dust yourself off and keep it moving?
It's a struggle.
Mm.
It's a real struggle. Like I still don't know till this day. I've been in this industry for about since I was 18, so it's more than, I would say, 14, 13
Sure.
years of
Yeah.
me doing auditions, putting myself out there, and my career is still like not where I thought when I graduated it would be, right?
Yeah.
So many doors have been shut in my face. I've auditioned more than, I'd say, 300
Gee
times.
whiz.
And in all those 300 times, I could say I've booked 5 jobs in all of those things. So it's kind of hard. It's
Yeah.
really, really,
Yeah.
really, really hard. I do it through God, and understanding faith, you know.
Need a photo studio? The Dream Stream Photo Studio includes a 2.7 meter PVC backdrop in black and white and is available for only 115 rands per hour. You can also rent a Canon R6 and lights. All rentals are for studio use only. Terms and conditions apply. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za.
Thank you, Ben, for coming out tonight. My name is Son of Augustine.
Things hoped for and things that are unseen,
Yeah.
you know. So for me, Christ has been the biggest person I hang on in terms of grief, and because you go through it.
Yeah.
Like you go
Yeah.
through it. It's a real thing. It's a real struggle to the
real.
point where I just got Guningi, and it keeps getting Guningi.
Yeah.
There's so many roles I watch on TV that I was like,
Yeah.
I also auditioned for that. I also auditioned for that. So I dealt with it through prayer,
Yeah.
essentially.
And also, I believe if something's meant for you, there's no way that it will miss you.
Right.
There is no way. At times, you're being
100%.
prevented from the
Yes.
unknown.
Yes.
And like you're saying, you believe in Christ and the power behind Him.
Yeah.
And if something is for you and you do not get it, then He's probably protecting you from, something that is unknown.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
100%.
for sharing that. So right now, I want to know from you, who do you draw inspiration from? Whether it be in your craft, whether it be in life in general, who are some of the people that you draw inspiration from?
Sheesh. I know, like, it's a difficult question. I know people just have people that
Yeah.
they have in
Yeah.
mind, and they just like, that person. Really don't have specific people, but I draw on the people that are close to me. Like, my mom is somebody who doesn't stop. Like, she will go through the most hectic things, complain and do all of those things, but keeps going. My husband is brave.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met anyone super talented and super brave like that. I come from a family that's very, like, we keep to ourselves. We're very scared. We, like, so meeting a brave person who doesn't stop as well, like that, inspires me every day, because I'm just like, are you not scared?
Yeah. Valid question.
Yes, are you? And as a person who's always scared, who has a fear of the unknown, I'm always just in awe of that. So I think the people that are close to me inspire me a lot, because they just keep going and they just unapologetically themselves and not scared.
You mentioning your husband. Let's talk about love. I love love. I'm someone that believes in love. I'm someone that loves watching relationships flourish. When people just openly post their relationship, I love it. And I feel
Yeah.
like two people that come together and work on a relationship
Yeah.
is just perfect for me.
Yeah.
You two have been together for what, 10 years or more?
10
How do
years.
you do it?
I don't know. I'm joking. I
Oh,
think we've been together for 10 years. We met in college,
mm,
drama school. So we just really like each other.
yeah,
We really just enjoy each other's company. We really just are about each other.
yeah.
We've built a world that's just like that evolves around us,
Mm,
and we love that.
mm.
I think it's kind of harder when your world has other things and
Yes,
other people that you must keep up with. But if it's just the both of you guys and you must just keep up with each other,
yeah,
it makes it easier.
mm,
And friendship,
yeah.
we friends more than anything, and we really enjoy each other's company. So yeah,
Mm.
that's just us.
And Bay is very supportive. He's here today with you.
Yes, he
Very
is.
supportive. Take tips, guys. Take tips.
Yes, no,
Let's
definitely.
get into your YouTube.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're so open with sharing, the things that you do, whether it be work, whether it be travel,
Yeah.
whether it be some moments with your husband,
Yeah.
When did you now decide to get into that space where you want to now take up YouTubing and vlogging?
Yeah. So it's a funny story. So it's a really cute story.
Yeah.
So I was doing a show at the Peter Turine at the Monte Casino, and one of my castmates was, because when you do a theater piece, like you spend a lot of time with your castmates, like it goes from 6 weeks or 3 weeks, if not 4 weeks of rehearsals, and then you have a 6 week run. So like you spend a lot of
Yeah.
time with those people. So a friend of mine during the course of the show was like, "Don't you want to do a YouTube channel?" So I was like, "Why?" It's like, every day you go, "So my boyfriend and I," so it's like you and your boyfriend do a lot.
Yeah.
So like you could just tell people about it.
Content,
Get
guys.
content. So
Yeah.
just do a channel about it. Then I was like, "Oh, that is so cool."
Yeah.
So the first time I started the page, I wanted to call it "So My Boyfriend and I,"
Uh-huh.
because the whole time, if I talk to anyone, I'd be like, "So
So
my
my
boyfriend and I."
yeah.
So because we do so many things
Yeah.
together. So every experience that I have, I was with
him.
my boyfriend.
Uh.
So I would go, "My boyfriend and I also went to," so me and my boyfriend. So they were
Yeah.
like, "No, just like do a YouTube channel."
Yeah.
So then I was like, cool. Then after the show, I started like creating content, not uploading the content, but like creating content based on like my boyfriend and I. But at the same time, because I was not doing any shows as an actor, I also wanted to showcase my acting side of it. So then how it started, it was get to know me video, and then it just weirdly went into my acting before it went to the what inspired it, I would say. So I just started doing a lot of acting stuff, and then when sort of when your career is just like taking a pause,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, then I'll go into the love kind of things.
Yes.
My boyfriend and I stuff that I do with my husband. So then so it just evolved in that, and then I just kept going.
How do you deal with some of the negative comments? Because they are obviously, social media is a negative space. It can be very positive, but it can also be, a bit negative. How do you deal with such comments?
When I started, I never knew, like I never experienced that. And then somehow my husband got into the limelight. We both got into the limelight, and then our relationship was now put on the spotlight.
Yes.
And then people felt, when people are now entitled because they see you all the time, they're like, yeah, we can
say whatever
literally
we wanna say.
yeah, our opinions. For me, the perfect way to deal with it is that I ignore and delete, because that's the thing about misery. It loves company, right? So if I feed into the negative things, they will grow, and they will grow inside me. So
true.
what I used to do is just delete, not respond at all. No matter how people have a certain perception of me, or I never even wanted to set the record straight, because
Yeah.
I felt like if you watch my YouTube and you watch me on social media, you kind of have an
know the type of
idea of the
person.
type of person that I am. So if you choose to believe those things, you're not my person. You're not supposed to be my person. You're not supposed to be the person that supports me. You're just a person that doesn't like me. And
Yeah.
that's also fine, because not everyone in the world will like you.
Yeah, true. So before we started shooting on camera, you mentioned that you're going into the influencer space.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about that.
Yes, a girl gotta get the bag, as
Gotta
they
do what a girl gotta do.
say. So I just started being interested a lot into brand work and like the brand space, campaigns, influencing, and just talking about products I like. So that got me interested in influencing, right? In just like letting people, because a lot of people would ask, where do you do your hair?
I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Turn the lights up now, welcome to the show. I ain't never
Are you a
gonna stop,
musician?
this is all I know. My eyes on the prize, until I die, I'm gonna rise.
The Dream Stream Music Studio is now available on Sundays for only 295 rands per hour.
We work for a falling line, we gon' give it our all until the end of time.
It includes a 12-channel desk, a variety of mics and cables, electronic drum kit, and a laptop for recording. Terms and conditions apply and booking is essential. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za for a site visit.
What is your morning routine or whatever, and like talking about products, and where I would do like my facials and stuff like that. And I've noticed that a lot of people would go and reference me to those places to go, no, I saw Lesego does her face hair, so I thought I should come too, because she has just beautiful skin or whatever. So that's how I got into the influencing space. It's just that you feel like you have influence over people, like you can just tell people what you like to do and they take it. So that's how I got into it. And yeah.
What would you like to achieve in the years to come?
Sheesh.
I mean, I'm sure you've got a lot of dreams and, aspirations that you'd like to get to.
Yeah.
Goals that you've also envisioned yourself achieving.
Yeah.
What would you like to achieve?
I would really, really, really like to see my YouTube channel grow. I'd really like to see myself doing more acting gigs, especially in South Africa. I've seen myself as an actor in South Africa, working a lot in South Africa. So
Okay.
I can't wait for those kind of things to start happening, doing leads
Yeah.
on shows, movies, not just TV movies, but films as well. I'd like to see myself grow as a wife. I'd like to see myself having a family and growing a family. So those are the kind of things I see myself doing.
Tips that you would give an upcoming actress?
Firstly, number one tip, go to school.
Yeah.
Invest in your craft. There's a thing besides skill development that you get at school is the respect for your craft.
Yeah.
Respect for your fellow actors as well. How to give the floor when you know that, what, this is not about me. This scene is not about me. This moment is not about me. How to give another person energy so that they can flourish and become, the star that they meant to be in that scene, and understanding what your purpose is to the craft.
Yeah.
So I would say really just go to school, invest in your craft. It will take you far.
I like that you say that, because a lot of people often say, hi, I was born with this.
Yeah.
You know, you get those people that say, no, this is in me. You know, I really don't need to continue to going to getting your short courses or getting your degree or diploma in this because I was born
100%.
at this.
Yeah, because I get it, you know, most of us, and like, that is true.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame them saying that, because most of us in acting, it feels like we are called, right? It feels like whether you study or you don't study, that thing will always still be in you. True, but skill and respect and other things come through education. So you being skillful in the acting does not require just talent.
Yeah.
It requires you going to school, understanding what an ensemble is,
Yes.
that we are all here to make this thing work. Not that I'm here with my talent to make this thing work. No, we are all here to make it work. The camera guys, the sound guys, the makeup crew, the wardrobe people, everyone is here to make this thing work.
Yeah.
It's not just about you.
Before we wrap it up, do you also have tips that you can give young people that are watching on how to ace an audition? I'm asking this as well because there was an audition that I went to. I was extremely touched when I was told no, unfortunately, you know. So the
Yeah.
audition process is also a very vital process in order to
Yeah.
get through the door. What are those tips that you can look into in order to be able to ace your audition?
I think big focus. You know, we sometimes, a lot of times, we go to auditions, and when we get to auditions, we caught up in the outside.
Yes.
Who's here to
Yeah.
audition? Who might get the job? No, focus on you. Concentrate on the work that you have done. And we spoke about research earlier
Yes.
on, preparation, obviously, of
Yes.
your script earlier on. So focus on those things. And when you get inside the room, own the room, because the people who are auditioning you are not, they're looking for something you can give them. You understand? Something that is new that you can give them, not something that they know.
Yes.
Or something. Just come, own the room, and say, here is what I'm here to give to you.
And that's how we close our masterclass one-on-one. Lesera, thank you so much for joining me today. I
Thank you for
truly
having
appreciate
me.
it. I appreciate your time, and I pray that God continue to bless you and your journey.
Amen and amen.
And
Thank
to
you so
you,
much.
our lovely viewers, thank you so much for watching. From me, Kgoroeadira. Until next time.